Right, so get ready, because today we are going deep on this whole law of attraction thing.
Yeah.
You sent in a bunch of sources.
Right.
And, it's obvious that you really want to get past just the basics on this.
Yeah.
To, kind of unpack what it is and all the myths that are out there.
Right.
And we're going to answer that big question. Does this stuff really work?
You know what I find interesting about it?
What's that?
Is how this concept just kind of shows up everywhere you look.
Yeah.
In personal development and then spirituality and then even quantum physics, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
It's not pop psychology.
Yeah.
It's something really deep.
Okay, so let's just lay the foundation here first.
Okay.
How would you explain this whole law of attraction thing to someone who's never even heard of it before?
Well, imagine for a second that you have a radio.
Okay.
But, instead of tuning into music or the news or whatever, you're tuning into your life experiences. And what you put your attention on, your thoughts and your emotions, that's the signal that you are sending out to the universe.
Right.
And the universe responds in kind by delivering experiences that kind of, are on that same wavelength.
So it's not as simple as just wishing really hard for something and then poof, it appears.
Not quite.
Okay.
It's a little more nuanced than that.
Okay.
Think about it this way. The law of attraction kind of sets the stage, but you still have to write the script and act out the scenes.
I like that.
It's all about aligning your thoughts and beliefs and actions with your goals.
Right.
So you are creating a resonance that draws those experiences toward you.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But one of the sources you sent mentioned this, ask, believe, receive framework.
Mm-hmm.
Does that tie into what you're describing?
Absolutely. It totally does. Asking it is about getting really clear on what you want.
Okay.
So instead of just wishing for more money, you got to specify what that looks like. Straight. Is it, a raise? Or is it a new job? Or is it a successful business? You got to be specific.
Okay.
Because the universe loves those details.
The universe loves details.
It does.
And the believing part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that feels like a big hurdle for a lot of people, myself included.
Sure.
What if you're, sitting there and you're just full of doubt?
Right.
Can you still make this law of attraction thing work?
Well, one of the biggest things that people misunderstand about the law of attraction is that you got to be, relentlessly positive all the time.
Okay.
24/7.
Gotcha.
And it's just not true.
Okay.
We all have doubts. We all have fears. We
Right.
all have negative emotions.
Yeah.
And that's part of being human.
It's part of life, yeah.
The key is to not get stuck in those negative emotions.
So how do you do that?
You acknowledge the doubts, you feel them,
Yeah.
and then you gently kind of shift your focus back to, those beliefs that are going to support your goals.
Okay.
It's a practice.
Okay.
It's like training a muscle.
So you're saying it's more about managing those negative emotions rather than pretending that they're just not there.
Exactly. It's about cultivating a mindset that is mostly in alignment with what you want to attract.
Right.
But, that doesn't mean you'll never have a bad day or, a moment of doubt.
Right.
That's okay.
Okay. That makes me feel a lot better, to be honest.
Good.
So we've talked about the ask and the believe.
Yeah.
Now what about receive?
Okay.
Does that just mean you just sit back and wait for things to magically fall into your lap?
Yeah, that's another common misconception about this.
Right.
Receiving isn't passive.
Right.
It's about being open to opportunities that come your way.
Yeah.
And taking action, inspired action when they do show up.
Okay.
It's about trusting the process,
Right.
and believing that what you're looking for is also looking for you.
Okay, so it's more like a dance between, aligning your energy with taking action. You
Yeah.
can't have one without the other.
Exactly. The law of attraction sets up the stage.
Yeah.
But you still have to show up and, dance.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm starting to see the big picture here.
Good.
But you know me.
What's that?
I love getting into the, nitty gritty.
Sure.
There's so many myths out there about this whole law of attraction thing.
Oh, yeah.
Should we just tackle a few of those head on?
Let's do it.
Perfect.
Let's clear the air.
Yeah.
Separate fact from fiction.
Because I think when you know what the law of attraction isn't,
Right.
it makes it a lot easier to understand what it actually is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I think that's a good place to start.
Okay.
So let's jump right into that.
Let's do it. So, welcome back to our deep dive into this whole law of attraction thing.
So in part 1, we kind of busted some of those myths
Yeah.
and really tried to lay the groundwork for what the law of attraction actually is.
Yeah.
But now I'm like kind of curious about this whole energy thing that keeps coming up.
Sure.
Can we like dig into that a little deeper?
Okay.
What does it actually mean to align your energy with what you want?
Right.
And how do you do that?
Yeah. It's pretty fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
We're not just these like physical beings walking around. We're energetic beings too.
Right.
Every like thought we have, every emotion
Yeah.
has a vibration, a frequency.
Okay.
And the law of attraction says we attract things that are vibrating at a similar frequency.
So like if I'm always worried and stressed out,
Yeah.
am I actually attracting more stuff to worry about?
It's not about blame or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like attracts, like,
Okay.
especially in the energetic realm.
Right.
And if like your main frequency is, fear and lack,
Yeah.
then you're probably going to attract situations that mirror that.
Gotcha.
But the good news is that you can actually shift your frequency,
Okay, but how do you do that?
right?
Do you just like slap on a fake smile and tell yourself everything's awesome?
Well, I mean, that might work for a little bit.
Oh.
But to really change things up, we got to go to the root of the problem, our
Okay.
thoughts and beliefs.
Right.
And one of the best ways to shift your energy is through mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yeah.
I feel like I hear that word everywhere I go these days.
I know, right?
So can you explain what that actually looks like, in real life?
Well, it's about noticing your thoughts and emotions right here, right now in this moment, without judging yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of letting your mind, race all over the place with worries or regrets, you just bring yourself back to the present.
Okay.
What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you feel?
Right.
This helps you detach from, those negative thought patterns and create a more peaceful and grounded state of being.
So it's like being more aware of what's going on up here and then making a choice to shift those thoughts if they're not helping.
Exactly. It's about taking control of your thoughts and emotions
Okay.
and creating a better space for your desires to grow.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing mindfulness isn't the only way to shift your energy, right?
No, you're right.
What else is there?
There's tons of really powerful practices out there that can help you raise your energetic frequency.
Okay. Like what?
Well, one of my favorites is gratitude.
Oh, gratitude. I've heard so much about that.
It's amazing.
How does that fit into this law of attraction thing?
Gratitude is like the ultimate frequency enhancer.
Okay.
When you focus on the things you're grateful for,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how small they are,
Yeah.
you shift your energy from, lack to abundance.
Right.
It's like you're sending a signal to the universe saying like, hey, I really appreciate what I have. Send me more of that.
I love that. So you're not focused on what you don't have.
Yeah.
You're focused on the good stuff,
Yeah.
which then brings in more good stuff.
It's a beautiful cycle.
I like that.
It really is.
So we've got mindfulness to help us be more aware of our thoughts.
Yeah.
And gratitude to help us, focus on the positive.
Right.
Anything else that can help us align with what we want.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Visualization is super powerful too.
What's that?
It's using your imagination to create like this really vivid picture in your mind of what you want.
Okay.
Like it's already happening.
Okay.
The key is to really get all your senses involved.
Okay.
What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you feel?
So it's not just like thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're really feeling it,
Exactly.
experiencing it as if it's happening right now.
The more real you can make it in your mind,
Yeah.
the more your subconscious mind starts to believe it's possible.
Okay.
And then that starts to make things happen in your life.
Okay. Visualization sounds pretty powerful.
It is.
What else have you got?
Well, there's something else, and it's not really a secret or anything, but it's a powerful tool,
Okay.
and it's called affirmations.
Affirmations. I've heard of that.
Yeah, these are like those positive statements you repeat to yourself
Okay.
over and over again,
Right.
to reprogram your subconscious mind with beliefs that will, help you achieve your goals.
So like if I wanted to make more money,
Yeah,
I would say something like, I am a money magnet.
exactly. You could say, I am a money magnet, or prosperity flows to me effortlessly.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, it's all about replacing those negative, limiting beliefs with positive, empowering ones.
Right. So you're like planting these seeds of intention in your mind.
Exactly. And with a little, watering and nurturing, those seeds can blossom into incredible things.
I'm loving all of this. This is great. Mindfulness, gratitude, visualization, affirmations. I'm writing all this down.
Awesome.
But before we finish up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I have a question. All of these tools and techniques sound, amazing.
Yeah.
But what happens when things get tough?
Right.
What if you're dealing with all these challenges and setbacks? Does that mean that the law of attraction isn't working?
That's a great question. And a lot of people ask that.
Yeah.
The law of attraction, it's not like a magic wand
Right.
that makes all your problems disappear.
Yeah.
Life is a journey. There are always going to be ups and downs.
Yeah.
It's all about not letting those downs, stop you from moving forward.
So how do you keep the faith
Right.
when it feels like, nothing's going right?
That's when the real magic happens. It's about trusting the process, even when you can't see where you're going. It's about remembering that sometimes, what we think we want
Yeah.
might not actually be the best thing for us.
Okay.
The universe has this bigger plan.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes, that plan means taking a different route, a route that's more aligned with, who we're supposed to be.
So it's not about giving up when things get hard.
Yeah.
It's about trusting that those challenges are there for a reason,
Exactly.
even if we don't, get it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
That will really help you boost your manifesting powers and create the life you truly desire.
All right, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Because things are about to get really interesting.
I can't wait.
Okay, so we are back for the last part of our deep dive into the law of attraction.
Yes.
Talked about all the basics and how energy and mindset work.
Right.
And now I'm so ready to unlock those master manifester secrets.
I like that.
Yeah. So what do you got? What's the first advanced technique we should be looking at?
Well, how about scripting?
Scripting.
Yeah, it's really great for, kind of getting those desires imprinted on your subconscious
Okay.
by writing about your dream as if it's already happening.
Okay.
You're not just making a wish list, right?
Right.
You are creating a story.
Okay.
Almost like a scene from a movie
Gotcha.
where you are the star
Okay.
and you're living out this ideal reality.
So instead of just thinking about my dream job,
Yeah.
I would write a story about what it's like to be there
Yeah.
on my first day or something.
Exactly, and describe how it feels,
Yeah.
what you're doing, who you're talking to.
Right.
Engage all your senses.
Okay.
What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you feeling, smelling, tasting?
Okay.
The more detail, the better. The
Nice.
more your subconscious will accept it as true.
Okay.
And then, that sends a signal out to the universe.
It's like making one of those vision boards,
Yeah.
but with words
Yeah.
instead.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, scripting is going on the to-do list.
Okay.
What else? What else can we add to the manifesting toolbox?
Well, here's another one that kind of takes visualization to the next level.
Okay.
It's called future self-journaling.
Future self-journaling. Okay, I've never heard of that.
So you're basically writing from the point of view of your future self.
Okay.
The you who has already achieved all those things that you're working toward.
So instead of writing, I want to be a successful entrepreneur, I would write I'm so thankful for my thriving business.
Yeah, I am so grateful for my thriving business. It brings me so much joy and fulfillment.
Okay, I like that.
It's about embodying that energy,
Yeah.
of your future self.
Okay.
Feeling the emotions, letting it all radiate outwards.
Okay.
It helps you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be.
So it's almost like you're tricking your brain
Yeah, kind of.
into thinking it's already happened.
Yeah.
So it makes it more likely to happen.
That's the idea.
This is so cool. This is like Inception.
I know, right?
Like mind-bending stuff.
It is.
Are there any other mind-bending techniques that we should be trying out?
Oh, well, there's one more I want to share, and it's about the receiving part of manifestation.
Okay.
A lot of times people just focus on what they want,
Mm-hmm.
but they forget to make space for it.
So what do you mean?
I mean, you got to clear out the clutter to make room for the new stuff, right?
Cleaning out your closet?
Yeah, but not just physically,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
energetically too.
So how do you clean up your energy?
Well, it's a little less straightforward.
Okay.
Think about those limiting beliefs or negative thoughts, or maybe even, some not so great relationships
Yeah.
that might be blocking things.
Gotcha.
It's about letting go of what's not serving you.
Right.
So you can open up space for the new stuff.
So you're letting the universe know that you're ready
Yeah,
for all the good things.
exactly.
You're putting out the welcome mat.
I like that. Yeah.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So this whole law of attraction thing,
Yeah.
it's really been eye-opening, I gotta say. I feel like I have a whole new set of tools now.
Awesome.
But I also know that like actually using these tools is what matters.
You got it.
So any last words of wisdom before we wrap things up?
Well, knowledge is power,
Yeah.
but only if you use it.
Right.
So I want to encourage you to experiment, try things out, see what works for you,
Okay.
and most importantly, have fun with it.
Yeah, sometimes we can get so caught up in like the how-to
Yeah.
that we forget to actually enjoy the process.
That's so true.
But that's what it's really all about, right?
Yeah.
Creating a life that feels good,
Yeah.
a life that, lights you up,
Absolutely.
aligns with what you really want deep down.
Yeah. The law of attraction is a tool for creating a life that's joyful and fulfilling.
Yeah.
Not just about getting stuff.
Right.
Enjoy the ride, trust the journey.
Right.
You are in control of your reality.
That's such a good reminder.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for, being here and sharing all of this with us.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
This deep dive has been amazing.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
I feel like I've learned so much.
Awesome.
And to everyone listening out there,
Yeah.
keep sending in those incredible sources.
Yes.
Until next time, keep manifesting your best life.